What is up, everyone? Conixis here, and welcome back to Signing Song Starnova. And last time we didn't leave off on Kodama. I accidentally pressed the mouse button by accident. So let's back up a second. There we go. So the day of the shoot for the photo book arrived. Mariya, Sasami, Aki, and myself filed into the photo studio where the camera staff were already waiting for us. As we remember last time, everyone was picking on Mariya, talking about, isn't it time to retire? But mostly Aki was laying into her. My girl, I'm disappointed, but I know you're still a good girl, so you know. It's all good. But anyways, like, everyone was laying into Mariya about the whole you should retire because you're getting older and type of thing. And Mariya is getting a little upset because only, like, she's getting guavir shots for, like, you know, beer and things like that, and like older men. It's like, my girl, I feel bad for you, but you still got it in my opinion. But I only see the enemy, I can't see the wrinkles and shit, so you know, I don't know, I doubt you'd have any, but hey, who knows. Anyways, but yeah, that's just how it's getting, and pretty much we are dealing with Mariya and everyone just kind of getting on her. Not everyone, but you know, most people talking about her. But now we're in the shot to see if whoever sells the most like art book things, and I guess we're gonna find out today. So, my producer-san, the big day has arrived at last, no? Looks like it. Thanks for your help. No, anything for my beloved kittens. Kodama grabbed his high-powered camera and prepared for the shoot by setting up some light shades. Is everything ready? Yeah, oh, by the way, you remember we're all gonna head to the beach after this, right? We'll be holding the rest of the shoot there for some bikini shots. Yeah, that was the plan. As expected, no idol photo book will be complete without bikini guavir. It's a little exciting, isn't it? Oh god, I still haven't gotten Sasami's voice. I've been up for a while, but my voice hasn't gotten into that tone where it can go light. Having confirmed our plans with the girls, I headed to the staff to arrange transportation to the beach. Aki immediately slinked off with Kodama, no doubt planning to tell him what she wanted for the shoot. Well, I trusted Aki's expertise in that matter, so I didn't foresee any problems. In fact, it was reassuring to have a talent with the passion and ability to get involved with the management of the shoot. After I spoke with the staff, Mariya and Sasami came to speak to me. So what are we trying to go for this shoot? Well, for Mariya, I was thinking the theme should be newlywed wife, a more mature sort of charm. I prepared some props and set with that theme in mind. The first group of shots will be on you in bed with some black underwear. The feeling we're going for is waking up in the morning next to your new wife or something like that. I see. Yes, the rest of the photographs will be scenes of domesticated life, you know, bringing in breakfast, cleaning, things like that nature. I guess the scenes of traditional husband and wife relationship. Alright, sounds sensible. For Sasa-chan, well, she'll have... did I say we? I can't remember the past 30 seconds of my life! Anyways, god damn it! For Sasa-chan, well, she has a fresher feel. The theme is pure. That fits her perfectly. We'll be dressing her up in a full-length white negligee. A little bit of tease, if you will, but still more of doll-like feel. I guess Sasa-chan's got the mature enough for bolder shoots too, though, but I want to be more than just a little sexual titillation. More so the accomplishment of an ideal, rather than wanting to see you in guavir rag.
Sounds pretty difficult, but I'll do my best.
I looked at Aki, who was busy talking and making big hand gestures to Kodama, while he laughed and nodded with enthusiasm. It looked like she already had everything under control, so there wouldn't be any problem with going with whatever she wanted for her photo shoots. Alright, let's get started then. Let's get it! We're gonna get a CG! I wanna see my girl! After wrapping up Sasami's photographs, I got the staff members to wheel in the bed for Mariya's shot. Once everything was properly set up, Mariya entered the set in a robe. She let the robe drop, revealing herself in just her panties. As expected of a pro, she didn't... Wait. Just her panties? What about the top? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. As expected of a pro, she didn't so much as flinch at being seen by the staff nearly naked. Oh. No, there's the top. I was about to say. Well, he just said just the panties, so I was just thinking she was going topless for this. How dare you play me, producer? I was expecting. Everything ready? Yeah, you can get on the bed now. Ah, Mariya-chan, it's been far too long since I've captured your radiance. Yeah, so what do you want me to do? Well, the starters, we'll have you on the bed on all fours. Bottom up, my kitten. But I guess you're more so a cougar than a kitten by now. Oh, cougar, that, isn't that like the really older? Mariya's more MILF territory, let's get real. I mean, I know he's making relations to cats, but still. Oh, hell yeah! That's what I'm talking about, boys! Anyways, goddammit. Mariya sighed and did as she was told. As soon as the camera started clicking, the irritation vanished from her eyes, and she assumed the face of a lusty housewife. I crossed my arms and thought of the shot. Well, honestly, an ass was an ass, but I wasn't so sure about this. What do you mean? I mean, yeah, her rear was... in the air was the... I'm trying to wait. What? I'm trying to comprehend. What do you mean? What are you trying to say, producer? I mean, yeah, her rear was in the air, and the black lace panties hit a common and a fetish. But just 5 minutes ago, I was looking at Sasami's thighs and couldn't help but notice how different they looked. Well, she's got the mature feel. Well, by herself, Mariya's thighs could no doubt be considered attractive. Compared to Sasami's porcelain white skin, Mariya's felt kind of loose. Damn! Oh, damn! That's playing the mess out of my girl, saying they look loose? You saying she's sagging? Oh, damn, man. Oh, fucking hell, mate. That's dirty. Oh, fucking hell. In fact, the skin around her thigh gap was kind of flabby, and it was harder to tell where exactly her ass ended and her thighs started. Oh man, why is he being so dirty? I mean, I understand you're comparing, but that's the thing. Each girl has their own beauty. Of course, if you compare one to another, one isn't gonna have the appeal that the other might have. Like, that's dirty. Mariya's beautiful. Fuck you, producer, man. You're an ass wipe. Hell no. I mean, I know you're probably thinking in, I don't even know if you're thinking in business standards. Maybe you're thinking just in man standards. She definitely drank too much the prior year. Even though you could lose weight in the span of a few months, it took much longer for the skin to tighten again. In fact, it was next to impossible after a certain age. After all, skin only gets looser and looser as talents aged. Well, even though this part was a miss, I suppose there were always post-production if she didn't look perfect right now. We could always digitalize her youth back in. That was far from optimal, of course. Yeah, he's taking a business stand. I don't know, but that's dirty. Don't do my girl dirty like that. Mariya looked fine. I mean, I can't, like I said, I can't tell the wrinkles and sags or anything because it's anime, and anime usually looks good unless they actually add the wrinkles and saggles. But hey, that ass looked fine to me. I'd hit. So like, I don't know what you're talking about, producer. If you want to talk shit, you can. I think my girl looked fine as hell. Anyways, there are always crazy fans out there who obsessed over every detail in these photo books, who would do their damnedest to scream that we altered a talent look digitally if they ever found out. So in the end, selecting talents who produce good enough images naturally was optimal for talent companies. Hey Kodama, why don't we focus more on her bust? Let's, producer-san, let's. After all, I was gonna say Mariya-chan's top is quite impressive. Mariya, can you wrap your arms underneath your bust? Give them a little push-up? Alright, like this? Mariya did as she was told, and Kodama resumed snapping away. At least her breasts were still pretty impressive. Nothing compared to Nemu's pair of bombshells, of course, but still, they were unnaturally large, even by our idol standards. Well, except for another problem area. What? Mariya-chan, can you be a dear and breathe out for me? Oh! Mariya caught the gist of what Kodama was getting at and sucked her tummy in. There we go. That's a picture. I mean, damn. But I think I get what he meant, but damn. Kodama resumes, snapping the photographs, all smiles. He seemed to know how to get all the best angles, at least after all. After all, the photographer's ability to frame the perfect image was important as the talent's physical attractiveness to where the photo shoots were concerned. I mean, still, you kinda played the shit out of my girl, and I don't appreciate that. Anyways, we continue with the shoot. I mean, I know we're not on their routes, but I want to see Sasame's thighs. Don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, I'm not comparing, but I'd like to see them thighs. God damn it. Mariya got off the bed after his shoot concluded. How was that, producer? Acceptable. Damn. You can get dressed now and wait for Aki's shoot to finish. After that, we'll head to the beach for the bikini shoot. Yeah, got it. We already knew that the results weren't as impressive as they should have been for the center of the major idol group. Indeed, while she could be considered attractive of the ordinary meaning of the word, in reality it was that she was sandwiched between Sasami and Aki, who were not only years younger than her, but who never had to deal with alcohol and tobacco problems. The situation was actually worse. She wasn't just stuck between Sasami and Aki, but would be competing on the bookshelf with 1,000 other pretty faces. The idol market was already oversaturated with amazing-looking girls, meaning the moment one talent stopped selling, there was already an abundance of eager girls willing to replace her. Competition was tough between idol units as it was between talents. If I were to falter for a moment, I knew that Starnova would be overshadowed by another idol group in the blink of an eye. I think that Kaori chick should have been on our team because she seemed like a good enough chick. I mean, in game standards, she looks kind of plain, but hey, I mean, she seems like she has the attitude to be a Nova. That's all I gotta say. But I don't know. She's in fucking literally forgot the name of the other group. Quasar! She's in Quasar, so that's a thing. But, like, I feel she would fit in Starnova because how genuinely nice she seems, but I don't know. She seemed fired up last time when the whole thing hit the fan and Quasar was kind of losing rep because of Akita's sex scandal. But, competition was tough between other units as it was between talents. If I were to falter for... Yeah, I did read that because it's Starnova and shit. Anyways, not having much to say in her own defense, Mariya wordlessly returned to the changing room. As I was evaluating the results of Mariya's shot, Aki emerged from the changing room. I had hiccups. Oh. Then the music changed. You're in your, like, training uniform.
Looks like it's time for Aki-chan to shine.
Yeah, I suppose so. My, how this little one has grown. It seems like just yesterday when her cheeks were still round with the baby fat.
Oni-chan, Aki-chan's not a kid anymore. She can do all sorts of shoots now.
I mean, you're not a kid anymore, that is correct. But your first HC made it seem very... I'm still glad that they actually fixed up the second one, because the second one didn't mention it at all, but the first one was oversaturated with it. The word was in every other sentence. I'm gonna stop talking about it, because this is now Mariya's route, not Aki's. I'm just upset because I really got to like Aki, and they had to ruin the very first H scene with her. So, I'm done ragging on that, but I'm never gonna be done about spanking fucking Julie. That will always stay in my mind because it came out of nowhere, and to this day that face of just what is still plastered in my mind. Anyways, that you can, my kitten. Let's give the fans the woes and ohs they want from this book.
Yay.
Well, I guess she's got a point. Aki-chan's not a kid anymore. I suppose the fans will be excited to follow Aki-chan as she matures into a grown woman. Like a metamorphosis, if you will.
Hey, Oni-chan! Aki-chan thinks the front cover should be nude.
No! No! My, what an eye-catcher that would be. What do you suppose, producer-son? No! God damn it! I'm not looting my models! I thought about it for a moment. Of course you did. Nudes of young talents, of course, sparked controversy in the papers. However, the truth of the matter was that Aki was a former child star. Certainly, we wouldn't be doing anything illegal by producing tasteful nude photography of a consenting adult. Yes, but yet you still continue to call her a lolly. I know that lolly can just mean body type as well. Like, that's what some people interpret it as. But the definition of lolly is just a young woman who is unable to consent. But yet you used it. I know she's small, but like, if we're comparing sprites here, she's not that much shorter than Kodama, which means she's not that small. Like, if she was like barely reaching over the chair, that's a lolly, because that's really small. But no, she's okay. I think this game and I have very definitions of what the hell a lolly is, but hey. After all, Aki was already going to be so she's 19 already now. So yeah, like, Aki was going to be turning 20 this year. The quicker she shed her child star image and transitioned to flaunting her new sexuality, the better. After all, dolling up a 20-year-old as a kid just wasn't convincing anymore. Yet, she still has the kid act. In fact, this photo book would be a good way to turn Aki's coming birthday into a PR event. We could call it Aki's coming of age. The end of her teens and the beginning of her life as a full-grown member of society. If she was going to be old enough to drink, smoke, and vote, then I guess doing a nude wasn't really a problem. Yeah, you think it's alright, you fucking pervert? I don't want to lewd my models. That would have been an instant no from me. God damn it. Alright, I think it's alright.
Yay!
My voice. She's just gonna strip right here. Yep. Aki took off her blazer, revealing her underwear. Hey, Kodama. You have body tapes or something for Aki-chan?
Don't worry, we're all pros here, aren't we? Besides, I think it'll look best if you use my twin tails to cover up the nipples, cover up the naughty bits with another fetish, you know?
Yeah, you should know better, producer, with you and Keita with your twin tail fetish! God damn it.
Well, if that's what Aki-chan wants.
Oh, alright, but let me know if you change your mind. With that, Aki took her top off. Yeah, there's some nipple. She was right that we were all professionals here. I was Aki's producer, so I had to put her idol career over everything else, including my sense of modesty. Oh, God, yeah. This is unfair. You're supposed to be making them compete, but you have Aki fucking naked on the cover. That's an instant win for her. What do you mean competing? That's an unfair advantage. Like, what the hell are you talking about competing? That's literally an unfair advantage. Like, that's not even a competition. That's an unfair advantage. People see topless girl, they're gonna be like, oh, hell yeah. They see girl with bra, and they're gonna be like, I mean, yeah, but topless. Like, fucking hell, mate. That's not even a competition. It's not a competition anymore. You just gave Aki the fucking win. Like, I mean, unless it backfires because she's, according to the game, looks like a child, but I don't know. Look. If Aki randomly started stripping for no reason, I would of course look away. I wasn't the kind of guy who was in the industry to leer at girls all day long. But if looking at Aki naked was an instrumental to Starnova continue commercial success, then I would march on with both eyes open without a second thought. Yeah, sure, producer. I'm starting to get second thoughts about this guy.
Is this good?
Oh, beautiful. Now, let's just put your twin tails in the right position. Just like that. Wonderful, Aki-chan, you've truly blossomed into an amazing young woman. Wonderful, you know, fucking Oda's about to buy this and spank for the rest of his life, because he been wanting that. Now he gonna get exactly that. God damn it. Kodama enthusiastically snapped away, buzzing around Aki like a busy worker bee. Some of the worries I felt during Mariya's shop began to lift. Well, at least in Mariya's book was a bust. We still had Sasami and Aki's book. No, you just have Aki's book because she's fucking naked on the cover. That's it. She won. There's no competition anymore. She just won because she's goddamn naked. In fact, Wasn't the whole reason I decided to make the book? Well, wasn't that the whole reason I decided to make the books in the first, make 3 books in the first place? Well, yes, but you wanted to do a competition sorts to see who sold the most. But now Aki's gonna sell the most because she's naked. I just want to show how competitive the center position was in the trending idol group. There was always another girl eager to replace the center if she faltered for but a moment.
Hey, how about some rear shots too?
My, I see Aki-chan's bottom certainly has appeal. And my, what a wonderful thigh gap. Wonderful. It truly makes me look upon my own body and weep. Before I could even say anything, Aki had turned around and peeled off her panties. She winked as she raised her bare ass to the camera. Why is my heart beating like this for some reason? Cross my, you know, in another universe, you got that ass. God damn it! I crossed my arms and did my best to keep a serious atmosphere. After all, this was a professional session, photo session. Everything was for the sake of maximizing Aki's commercial value. Still, I was still a man. Even I couldn't help but notice Aki's bottom had indeed fleshed out quite nicely. Her petite body still had the slender curves that, one would want in a girl. Now, with all the excitement of knowing that this fruit was ripe for the picking, basically, all the best parts of an innocent young girl with none of the liabilities. I felt confident that these photographs were the most valuable ones on this photo shoot. On the flip side, it was also important to understand that these things only had value because they were rare items. I think that's enough. If we take too many nudes, it's only a matter of time until they lose their impact. They're exciting to the fans because Aki-chan's never done anything like this before, but if we saturate the market too soon, they'll lose their value. I suppose so, Producer-san. Then please put your underwear back on, Aki-chan. How about some, oh hell yeah, knee socks, oh hell yeah. Now, if you want to talk about some fetishes, oh hell yeah. God damn it. How about some knee sock play now? I prepared the cyan stripe kind.
Well, I suppose I can do that too.
Oh boy. This is just turning into a mess. The girls chatted after the conclusion of the 3 shots.
That was pretty interesting, wasn't it?
Yeah, for Aki. I'll be right back, though. I need a drink. This game, god damn it, I need a fucking drink. Alright. Oh boy, that was pretty interesting, wasn't it? Yeah, I read that. Were you alright with your shots? Didn't you have some trouble with the photo shoots back when you were working at Golden Calf?
I feel a lot more comfortable with everyone here. Besides, Producer-san wouldn't make me do anything I'm uncomfortable with.
You're right. That guy's a real cherry boy, yeah.
So, were you alright with yours, Mariya?
Well, I guess I'm hanging in there. Don't get all worried for my sake. It's not like it's any of your, it's not any of your fault, you know? Seeing you look at me with those eyes just makes me feel worse.
But I never wanted to fight with Mariya like this. You were selected as, the center, after all. I never imagined we would become rivals, not when we're all supposed to be a unit.
Of course, we're all rivals from the get-go. It's just the way things are. This is adult society, you know. There are going to be winners and losers. Mariya let out a sigh. Aki's got a point. I knew from the very beginning that I didn't have much time left. Anyways, I don't want you to holding yourself back for my sake. I've already had my shot. Now, it's time for you to shine.
But Mariya still never got to go, her overseas live.
That thing? Well, whatever. That's just how things turn out. Just do your best, Sasha-chan, and accomplish all your dreams while you still have your chance.
Okay.
Ha, what boring talk. Listen here, you better leave girlish aspirations like accomplishing your dreams at the door if you want to make it in this industry. Because you gotta go crazy if you want a shot at becoming #1. You gotta go absolutely mental. Be prepared to kill. The idol industry is like a lion's den. Gah! God damn it. You shit, Lily. Quit trying to scare Sasa-chan with your nonsense again. Besides, that's Natan's catchphrase, you know. Don't just end the... Sorry about that. I thought I heard something, but it's as normal, my dog. Besides, it's Natan's catchphrase, you know. Don't just up and steal other people's lines just because they're out of the scene for a bit.
Even though you're just sugarcoating the truth? No way.
I arrived after wrapping up things with the staff interrupting the girls' discussion. You girls ready? We've got the shoot at the beach. Yeah, we gotta go do the beach shoots and things.
Yeah, sort that out.
Alright, time for round 2 then.
Let's do some more gravure.
Or gravard. I still don't know that word, even though I've said it 90 times by now. With that, I led the 3 girls to the company van and drove to the beach. After a long day of shooting at the beach, the sun set in the distance as we folded up our equipment. I'd say things turned out pretty well, thanks for helping out, Kodama. The girls were as gracious as ever, no, but a cloud seems to be brewing over our interpret center. Mariya?
Indeed. Folding your dreams away to accept a life of normalcy is a bitter pill for an idol, and yet it is one every idol, nay, perhaps every child must eventually swallow on the road to adulthood.
That Kodama acted like an idiot most of the time, but truly every once in a while he said something unexpectedly insightful like this. I looked into the distance. You got that right. But hey, just because you close up on one dream doesn't mean you can't chase another one. We all gotta live for something.
That's why we call it graduation.
Thank you for your help today.
Ah, yes, Producer-san, feel free to call up a humble contractor anytime the need arises.
With that, we bowed to each other.
One last thing before I leave. A certain kitten appears to be missing. Mayhaps she has wandered away in the hopes that you would follow her.
Huh? What?
With that, I bid thee adieu, Producer-san.
Kodama left the beach, his face glittering with sparkles as usual. I looked around in search of what he might have meant, and realized Aki was nowhere to be seen. Hey, Sasa-chan, do you know where Aki went?
Actually, I saw her wandering over that way a little earlier, toward the cliffs.
I see, thanks.
No worries, Producer-san.
With that, I walked over to where Aki was last seen, preparing myself for whatever foe Loli may be plotting. Upon arriving at the cliffside, I looked around for Aki's pair of twin tails after all those huge ribbons stood out like a sore thumb no matter where she went. The waves crashed against the rocks, filling the pools of still water where the seashells and small crabs lived. The scent of sea salt hung in the air. After a bit of wandering, I heard a familiar voice.
Oni-chan! Oni-chan!
I looked up to see Aki perched on top of a rock. There you are. What'd you wander off here for? Chopped down from the rock and ran into my chest, completely disregarding my question.
I knew you would come here. Oni-chan, did Aki-chan do a good job today? Did his heart go doki doki at seeing Aki-chan in such a sexy light? If you want, I can give you a private gravure shot all for you, right here.
I merely sighed in exhaustion. Yes, just as I suspected. This was just another one of Aki's games. She was probably planning to bamboozle me here, so I picked her for the next center after Mariya graduated. You know, after all this time, did you honestly think I would fall for your tricks this easily? I already know what you're planning. You should be a lot more careful, you know. There are a lot of guys in this industry who would have totally taken advantage of you in a situation like this.
Well,
look, what are you after? Money? Fame? You know, I'm really not sure it's worth giving up your dignity like this for those things. Think about yourself and how you want to live your life.
Idiot.
Aki's face darkened. An idol doesn't need it. Oh, God, Aki, you don't have to be so serious.
An idol doesn't need any sense of shame.
Hoy, don't you get that, producer? I'll strip down naked any time if it means I can become an idol. I'll do it for you, I'll do it for all of Japan. None of it bothers me at all.
I sure as hell didn't come this far and end up fizzling out like Mariya before I accomplished everything I've dreamed.
Every day I go outside and see the faces of the Quasar girls plastered all over town, and the only thing I'm wondering is, why isn't it me? My producer,
I want to be on a huge television screen in front of Akiba Station 2. I want to have a Tokyo Dome Live. I want to be on the front cover of all the magazines at the convenience store. I want it all. So what does it take? You want me to teach you now? Do you want a personal idol pet? What is it? I put my hands on Aki's shoulders. Calm down. Starnova doesn't need a new center right now. Mariya is our center. You're right. I want all those things too. Every day that Starnova is not number one, I feel like I've let you all down. But I know taking advantage of you won't bring me an inch closer to my goal. This is a necessary complication. The center of Starnova will be whoever can lead the unit to stardom, not whoever bats eyelashes at me. Aki spoke under her breath. And here I was gonna say it would have been alright if it was you. She took a different approach, not quite ready to concede to defeat yet. Are you sure about that, producer? I'm an idol, you know. And you still saw everything about me today, right? I bet you're going to be all night thinking about me. Oh, persistent little girl. Oi, what are you insisting isn't a relationship? It's sexual harassment. A little late to be cavalier about this when you're gonna be the one putting my nudes on every bookshelf in the nation. We're just assets in your eyes anyway. Why not just go all the way? Oh God! That's scared me! God damn it! Oh God damn it! That one actually really scared me because I was not expecting a noise here of all places! Oh God! Oh fucking hell! With that, Aki backed me into a pool, causing me to stumble into the water like all harem anime styled. What a clever girl, she planned it all out! Hey! Doesn't Producer Son ever get lonely by himself and just his work? Shit! What a time for my brain to stop working! I tried to get up, but Aki was pinning me down on the rocks. Of course, I could easily push a small girl like her off of me, but that would involve grappling my talent pretty forcefully. Aki leaned down to me and closed her eyes for a kiss. Producer Son! Hey, just what the hell are you two doing? At a time, huh? Aki leaped off of me just moments before our lips met and framed a smile for Sasumi and Mariya. Producer Son slipped on the rocks. What a klutz, huh? I picked myself back up, annoyed at having my suit soaked in seawater. However, I could hardly confront Aki about this in front of the other two. Are you alright, Producer Son? Yes, just fine. Just a little fall, that's all. Is that really what happened? As expected, there was no way Mariya was going to buy Aki's half-baked explanation so easily. Sorry about that, guys. While I felt like I was the wrong party here, I knew that accusing Aki of impropriety would just backfire on me. After all, nobody was going to believe that a small girl like her attempted to seduce me. Well, I'm pretty sure they would, considering it's Aki. If it was someone who actually pulled off the fake attitude and had everyone fooled, then yes, they wouldn't, but it's Aki, so pretty sure everyone would know. Anyways, after all, no one was going to believe a small girl like her attempted to seduce me while I was resisting her advances. In the end, it would just be me who would be viewed with suspicion, since I was both a producer and a man. Typical, but whatever. At least Aki's machinations were foiled by Sasumi and Mariya's timely arrival. Yes, that's what happened. Anyways, it's getting late. Let's head back to the office. I need to get this suit to the cleaners. Either I managed to dupe Mariya, or she managed to figure out the gist of the situation herself, because she decided to drop the matter. Alright, you must be getting cold. Come on, let's not waste any more time then. I sighed in exhaustion after sending the rest of the girls home for the night. That Aki. What was she seriously thinking, trying to kiss me like that? Was she seriously that dead set on becoming the center? Well, I guess if she was willing to shoot nudes, then seducing her producer was well within the realm of possibility as well. Honestly, these girls were willing to do anything to become star idols. In my fatigue, I couldn't help but think back to the photo shoot where I saw Aki bare naked before me. Certainly, with that level of physical attractiveness, it would be stranger for me to not be attracted to her. A part of me certainly could fantasize about the two of us kissing under the sunset while lying together on the beach. And she was an idol to boot.
Look, under those conditions, I would either have to be an idiot or just not be attracted to the opposite sex, to not be aroused. So yes, it was true that I was turned on by the knowledge that I saw one of my talents naked today, with no societal repercussions, and that she was willing to literally throw herself at me so easily. What kind of man would I be if I weren't turned on? I was just going to head home for the night. It was obvious that no work was going to get accomplished with my head in this state. With that, I shut off my computer and left the office. That's just how it is. If a girl's throwing herself at you and you saw her naked, your brain can only think of two things. God damn it. Next morning, I reported to work a little earlier than usual to make up for the lost time prior night. I was surprised to see Mariya waiting for me outside the office. Oh, morning. Good morning. You're here pretty early, huh? Yeah, actually, I was seeing if I could catch you before the other girls came in. Alright, did you have something to talk about? Oh, did Aki did something to you yesterday, didn't she? As expected, Mariya was already on to Aki's bluff. Should I tell Mariya about what happened? Well, it's not like just her knowing was going to cause a problem for me. On the other hand, though, I wasn't sure if I should tell her that Aki was trying to replace her as the center either. After all, I'm pretty sure she would guess she's doing that to become the center, so there's no need. After all, that could cause all sorts of interpersonal problems in the unit. Oh, whoa, wait, hold on, wait, what? This early? Oh no, choose wisely. I was not expecting a choice this early! I'm telling Mariya, I trust Mariya. Well, I'm guessing you've already figured out the gist of it. At first, she was just up to her regular shit-lolly antics, but she took it a lot further this time around. So she basically invited you to take advantage of her, and when that failed, she got more aggressive. That kind of thing happens all the time in this industry, you know? It was obvious what was going down, clear as day. And I hear her photo shoot before that was incredible in a lot of ways, too. Full nudes, producer-san? I bet you enjoyed that. Hey, I offered body tapes, but she was the one who declined. Of course she did. She was trying to just show herself off to you all along. I thought this place was different, but I guess this is just how the industry works. Can't say I'm even surprised. You're acting like I'm taking advantage of you guys or something. Look, I'm everyone's producer. I'm not in this to get sexual favors out of you guys. I'm here to build my idol unit. Well, that much I believe. Sorry, I didn't mean to fault you. It's just... You know what? I don't know why I even dig my nose in this stuff. Honestly, it's all just a bunch of politics. Look, it's obvious the writing on the wall. I'm just not any good as the center. I'm just a dumb woman who doesn't know when to quit. Starnova would be better off with Aki as the center than a screw-up like me anyways. Mariya... I don't even know why I tried. It was too late for me anyways. That Mariya sauntered off, her head down. Where are you going? Nowhere, apparently. With that vague response, she disappeared down the road. Did I get bad end? I swear to God, like, I was doing it because I trust Mariya. What? If this gets me bad end, I'm gonna be a little bit upset. Anyways, I was actually trying to get the good option this time. So if that's bad end, I'm upset. About an hour later, the other girls arrived for work. It wasn't long until they noticed the absence of the unit center.
The weather's really gotten dour all of a sudden. I wonder where Mariya could be. Hey, producer, did she say she was sick or something?
Actually, she was here earlier.
Really? Then why didn't you say so?
It's complicated. She wasn't in such a great mood, and so she wandered off somewhere.
Isn't that really bad?
Tell me about it. She's obviously booked up today with jobs, so she better show up or there'll be trouble.
What could have caused her to do something like this? Isn't it obvious? This just means she doesn't have what it takes to be the center. Aki-chan, you're still going on about that?
Hey, producer, she's upset that you're planning to retire her soon, isn't she? This is where idols start causing trouble, you know. There's no way someone's just gonna step down as the center without a fight. You put an animal up against the wall, and there's no way it's gonna be there's no way, with no way out, it's gonna be snarling and biting.
I see. Perhaps Mariya is bitter about her coming retirement. The idol world truly is frightening. What if Mariya comes back drunk like what happened before our debut live?
Oh, the girls exchange worried looks. Man, it'd be a huge scandal if she got photographed drunk in public by paparazzi, wouldn't it?
Certainly that would be unfortunate. You guys, Mariya's changed since last year. She went...
Yep, she's here drunk, isn't she? Just then the door slammed open, causing the girls to jump in air of surprise. They all turned around, expecting to see a wasted Mariya stumble into the office. Oh no, Natan's back. I completely forgot that she wasn't here and she was back in, like, fucking whatchamacallit. Yahoo! I'm back! The girls sighed in relief upon seeing Natan with 2 big bags of souvenirs dangling from each hand at the door.
It's just
Natan, huh?
Thank goodness.
Huh? And what in tarnation's going on here? I come back from a big trip, these big gift bags, and everyone's be sitting around like someone gone died?
We're just worried because Mariya's missing, but did you have a good trip, Natan?
Mariya's gone missing? You suppose she's finally gone and done it and fallen off the train platform drunk? Oh, why the hell did her mind automatically go there? Jesus Christ, Natan! Of course not, you bumpkin. According to producer San, she stormed away about an hour ago, all bent up about the fact she hasn't been so popular lately.
Mariya's been under quite some stress due to her waning popularity recently.
Oh, I see.
But let's not rain on Natan's homecoming, everyone. We all enjoyed watching her appearance in the travel show. It's a good thing you managed to find your way again in that jungle, huh?
Oh yeah, it was a pretty interesting job going all the way to Nam. I also got a bunch of stuff for you guys. Yeah, so these incense sticks were popular over there, and I tried getting some tea packets too. The girls gathered around Natan and distributed souvenirs to the girls, momentarily distracted from their worries. Oh boy. Mariya, don't go off and do some bad shit. After Natan finished handing out the gifts, the mood once again deflated. So what exactly happened while I was gone? Sasachi and I had our shoot with Mariya for the photo book the other day. I guess it became obvious to Mariya that her time as censor was ending, so she's avoiding me. Looks like our One-sama just couldn't handle the pressure and decided to run away. Oh wait, aren't you leaving something out? I hear your photo shoot was pretty nuts. Didn't you do full nudes? I didn't even think that was a big deal. Something like that only natural for an idol. It's obvious to everyone who was there that Mariya's body just doesn't have the same sort of appeal as mine or Sasachi.
Everyone's talking as if producer-san already decided to retire Mariya, and we don't even know if that's true.
At Sasuke's words, all the eyes in the room turned to me. Look everyone, Sasachi-chan's got a point. I haven't even said one word about whether Mariya is going to get retired anytime soon. I knew I'd walked in a very tight rope in this situation. While it was true I had begun to formulate plans for Mariya's eventual graduation, that was merely part of performing my due diligence to the company. It was the utmost importance for big industry news like graduations to be kept secret until official announcement, so I would be committing grave misheavances if I were to speculate on when something of that importance would occur among the talents. Sorry about that, guys. Not only that, but I knew as soon as I confirmed the girls' suspicions that Mariya was headed into retirement, the competition to become the next center would ignite in full between the girls. Given how hard everyone had worked to close into a unit under Mariya for the past year now was not the time to begin infighting. One of you might become the center one day, but until that time is announced, Mariya will still be the center and the general manager. Behave yourselves and don't question your senpai. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to try to find Mariya. The rest of you girls either have practice or job scheduled for today. Let's not get distracted and do our jobs. With that, I shooed the girls away while I tried to contact Mariya on her cell. Mariya suddenly realized she had wandered all the way to Akiba Station.
What am I doing? Didn't even realize I'd walked this far. Suddenly she heard a familiar song. Oh god! On the UDX television billboard! Familiar voices blared from the loudspeakers. It's finally our Dome Live. Quasar's theme song rose to the crescendo as a sizzle reel of their greatest live and PVs played on the giant screen. Summer is approaching. And that doesn't mean we're going to be wearing swimsuits. Our Dome Live is coming June 16th. Don't miss it, everyone! Mariya looked around and saw flyers for Quasar's Dome Live plastered all over the station. Dome Live, huh? Her heart twitched as if someone had pricked it with a needle. Bad memories came back to her. I wonder if I'll ever... Oh. Whoa, what's happening? We'll be on that stage, the three of us. What are you saying? I'm still all the way in the back of the third row. I don't know Kana, so I don't know how to voice her. She seemed like she might be the light voice type. Or, wait. Maybe she seems a little hype. She's got exclamation point. How do I gauge Kana? I don't know how to. I've done so many fucking female voices. I don't know. I guess I'll just give her a generic female voice for now until I can really gauge how she acts. There's still 2 more popularity polls until the Dome Live. Plenty of chances to move up. Oh God, Demetrio, hi. Well, this is quite an unprecedented situation. Quasar can only have one center. I wish I'd never become an idol! Kana! Did Kana kill herself? That's what I'm getting from this. I think Kana might have... I didn't want any of this to happen! Mariya's stomach turned. All of her old fears came roaring back. It's just like that one time. Nothing ever changed. Quasar, Starnova, there's no escape from the competition. Shit-eaters. Shit-eaters, all of them! Mariya absentmindedly wandered deeper into Akihabara, lost in her thoughts. No matter where I go, it's all the same. Always sucking up to the man upstairs, pretending like your unit mates when you secretly hate all of them. None of them ever were my friends, were they? Everyone's probably just scheming behind my back right now, just wanting for me to screw up so they can take my place. After all, there's no love inside an idol unit, just rivalries and the need to be number one. Shit-eaters. Fucking shit-eaters in a shit-eating industry. In her confusion, she bumped into a random pedestrian. Pardon. Oh, you're... In her thoughts, she had totally not considered the risk of being identified on the streets. Suddenly, she realized she was walking down Akiba in broad daylight by herself. No doubt, it would only become a matter of time before someone recognized her. You're Yamamoto Mariya, aren't you? The center of Starnova! Oh man, I saw you guys at the Auto Grand Prix last year. I was really surprised to see you on the main stage. Mariya wiped the dour look from her face and plastered on a professional smile. Is that so? Thank you very much for your support. Kashiwagi Aki-chan was so cute on stage, wasn't she? Oh, but Mariya-san was amazing as the center as well. Thank you very much. I'll be sure to pass on your praise to Aki-chan. Really? Wow, what an honor! The man bowed and shook Mariya's hand. Then I better get going. With that, Mariya beat a hasty retreat into an alleyway before anyone else noticed her. What? You recognize me, but you're Oshimen's Aki after all? What the hell? I think that's what she said. Or what the hell is this? Despite her annoyance, she couldn't help but chuckle to herself at being recognized on the streets. I guess that means she was a celebrity now. At least her mood had lifted upon returning, running into a random fan. Mariya walked along the alleyway and coincidentally happened to spot a small idol goods shop. She immediately recognized Starnova's own goods section and hid behind the telephone lest the shoppers noticed her. I guess even our goods are selling out here, huh?
A roll of her own photographs with printed signatures hung from a circle, along with photographs of the other girls of the unit. Mariya exhaled, her previous anger beginning to cool. I guess Starnova's still doing pretty well. What was I thinking? I guess I gotta still try my best until the very end. After all, I haven't had my dome live yet. Whatever, I guess I should go back to the office before Producer-san gets really pissed. Ah, shit. Suddenly she realized she had been out wandering the streets for over an hour and was now most certainly late for work. In her depression, she had completely lost track of time. She opened up her cell and gulped when she saw a row of missed calls from the office. Shit, I'm in for it now. She shook off her worries and hustled back to the train station. I looked at the time, but now it was, well, it's I'm gonna save because I want to see what the bad end would have been. I got the good on the first try this time, but what if I say don't tell her? I'm curious. Did anything happen? Not much. It just happened to slip on the rocks, and as I was looking for her, she ran over to me to help me back up. And I was born yesterday. Like I would ever believe a half-assed lie like that. She basically, yeah. Oh, this is the same. Wait. How much is it's going to be the same, though? I don't have all skip on again, do I? I don't know why I was on in the first place. Yeah, scene only. Okay. Let's see what happens if I were to deny. Oh no, the same shit happened. So what was the importance? I don't get it. What was the importance? I'm going back to this one, but what was the importance? I don't get it. By now it was almost 9:30 a.m. Mariya was scheduled to fill in at the news channel at 10 a.m., meaning she had better be back soon, or else we might blow that contract. No longer able to contain my impatience, I grabbed my coat and left the office to look for her. Even though it was a long shot, I had to do everything I could to find her. I practically shot out of the office, only to nearly collide headfirst into the very woman I was searching for in front of the doorway. Oh, producer! Mariya, there you are! I can't believe you just up and left like that. You're scheduled to be at the television station at 10 a.m., you know. Yeah, sorry. I sighed. You could have caused huge trouble if you hadn't come back in time. I apologize for my selfishness. I just... lost my head there for a minute. I was just trying to cool off by going for a walk, but then I totally lost track of time. Well, at least you're here now. Come on, let's get going. We don't have a moment to lose. With that, we grabbed a cab and headed to the television station. I don't see the importance of telling her, not telling her then. Maybe it has something to do with later on? I don't know. Fucking hell. Hey, producer. I overreacted back there. I'm not blaming any of you for this. It's just the way things are, isn't it? Pretty much. Hey, well, you're trying your best at least, and you're actually a pretty half-decent kind of guy. I mean, as a producer, plenty of other guys in your shoes would have already taken advantage of their power and made us do all sorts of perverted things. Guys like that are everywhere in this business. Well, certainly sleazebags like that existed, but I'd like to think that we can't let a few bad apples define the entire idol industry. Well, I'm just saying, I was in the wrong, alright? I didn't mean to bolt from work and cause you headaches. Thanks for dealing with me all this time. Don't hit on me too hard. It's still not going to get you any preferential treatment. You never change. I guess that's one of your good points, huh? I realize I can't give up being an idol yet. There's still things I have to accomplish before putting my hat on the wall for good. I still have dreams I want to make into reality. Dreams, huh? Can't guarantee things will work out. The inescapable truth is that the customers decide who gets to be the center and who doesn't. It's not anyone's fault. I'm afraid there's no shadowy man upstairs cackling to himself as he decides to shatter the dreams of young women. Look, it's not like all guys in this industry are perverted pigmen who want to exploit weak innocent girls. Narratives like that sell well because people want to believe there's a villain out there causing all their troubles, but it doesn't really reflect reality. Most of us are just doing our duty to the company, that's all.
Now, does that mean everyone will live happily ever after?
Of course not. Like Aki-chan said, there's always winners and losers in society. Nobody gets to decide who's popular and makes a lot of money, and whoever gets recognized despite having all the talent in the world. We choose to enslave ourselves to the market so that we would not be enslaved to other men.
You're surprisingly bright, producer-san.
What are you doing saying all that smart shit for? What, you gonna pull out a cigarette and have a light for me? So, have me light it for you so you can show off how badass you are? No, like I said, I don't partake. Guys like you just want to have women's respect. In the end, it's all about what you want out of life, huh? It's one thing to get a girl's puss. They use the word puss. That's my thing. And another thing to win her admiration. I'm starting to get that about you. You're a man who wants to win people's minds. I'm an entertainer like you. In the end, I want my ideas to leave an impression on the world. Mariya smiled and looked out the window wistfully.
Well, you know what they say about this industry. All who enter with high mind ideals leave disappointed.
With that, the cab arrived at the television station. Mariya winked at me as she left the cab. Well, I seem to have met my match. I was most likely in the wrong for having tried to lecture an industry veteran like Mariya. After all, she wasn't Sasami or Mika. She was the ex-member of Japan's greatest idol group and the general manager of Starnova. I couldn't pontificate to Mariya about what I want to accomplish and expected her to just swallow everything like she would have back when she used to work at a hostess bar. After all, she was the senpai of the unit now. Having already decided to let Mariya off the hook for earlier misbehavior, I left the cab and entered the television station for another day of work.
Oh boy.
Pretty much call it there if the music doesn't say something bad's gonna happen. Let's see. No, music says everything is going fine, especially the text. Anyways, let's just save up. I don't know what the fuck that was all about, but hey. Thank you all for watching. If you like this, hit the thumbs up button, save it to your favorites, also share it with your friends. This has been Conixis. You can follow me on Twitter, the link's in the description below. Thank you all for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.